Previously on the CDT, I had hitched a lander to pick back up the trail after having hiked the basin back in early June. As I left lander, I got another easy hitch with a local pulling over before I'd even had a chance to stick out my thumb. Back in the basin 2.0, but this time heading towards the winds instead of sagebrush. But there's still wind. I had heard good things about the Wind River Range, but ultimately wasn't too sure what to expect. However, first I had to knock off the final part of the basin north of Highway 28 out of Lander before getting to the winds. The things hikers will do to avoid getting wet shoes and socks. I, however, did not have the leg length to make this one possible, so just barreled right through. Well done! Below down joy. Made it out of the basin and into the winds, about to start the Cirque of the Towers alternate, which is meant to be tough but absolutely beautiful. So I'll let you know just how tough and just how beautiful. The CDT has a few alternates that you can do through the winds that take you off the official route of the CDT, the red line. I chose to do all of them, but the main two ones are the Cirque of Towers and Knapsack Col. As you watch my experience of doing the alternates, I'll let you decide what you think about them, and I'll give you my opinion about whether they're worth doing at the end. I've just put my rain gear on because some weather has come in, including a thunderstorm. And I have a rocky and exposed climb coming up. So I'm going to walk to the edge of tree line and then make a call of whether I continue or not. Or just hang around and wait and see what this thunderstorm does. It's not very close at the moment, but do not want to be out and exposed if it keeps rolling. So I made it about 200 yards from that last video. And it was a bolt of lightning and then thunder. So it was pretty close. I was like, tree line is getting sparser. I'm stopping. So I stopped for about 15-20 minutes. And the rain has now eased up. So continuing on now, I'm going to show you my moody view. This is the track down. You can't tell, but it's as steep or steeper than most slippery dips or slippery slides, whatever you want to call them, in kids' playgrounds. And I get to walk down it. The temperature just dropped. It's meant to be weather rolling in today, and I was hoping that it might be later today. However, with that temperature drop, makes me think it might be earlier than I was expecting. And I have 2 passes to get over this morning, and they're very steep, so it'll be very slow. So Jackass Pass is the first one, and then Texas Pass is the second one. So I'm hoping that I can get over both of them before any weather rolls in. I chose to do the rockier but same elevation climbers route, which now brings me out onto a short boulder field, and then over there I'll start walking again. But that meant I cut off a climb up over there, and I'm okay with that. It has started to rain, and I've not done either of my passes yet. Close to the first one, but no thunderstorms yet, so going to press on. Made it to the top of Jackass Pass. I'm once again rain geared up. I checked the weather on my Garmin, and it says that around now is meant to be the worst, and it's just rain, not thunderstorms. So hopefully that is true, and that it will start easing in an hour or so. I think it'll keep raining for the rest of the day, but not as heavy as it is now. So that makes me feel relatively confident to keep going, that I'm not going to get a lightning bolt on my head. I should be able to get up and over the next pass, even if it is slightly wet. But I'm going to have a snack now and then continue on. Made it to the top of Texas Pass. It stopped raining, which is pretty exciting, and I can hear thunder off in the distance now. So now's a good time to head on down and stay low. So it has probably been about 5 miles since I got back on the CDT, and the landscape just is so dramatically different from what I was in earlier today. However, there are still hints of it that you can see over in this direction. There are more winds to come. Good morning. It is 6:35. Have 26 miles to do today to get to a trailhead where I might be able to get a hitch into town. And it's 26 miles with a reasonable amount of elevation gain and loss. So not a quick 26 miles. I'm assuming the information centre at the trailhead closes at 5. Don't think I can get there by 5. But the question is, can I get there by time that there's still cars there to get a hitch into town? We'll see. Now I have a dang river crossing. It's got some sort of stones. I question if I can do it without getting my feet wet. Could you do this without getting your feet wet? The answer to that river crossing was left foot wet, right one mostly dry.
I made it to the trailhead just after 7 p.m, and thankfully there were still a few cars for a hitch into Pinedale, which screamed small town Wyoming, but I loved its charm. The following day, I did the hike from the trailhead back to the CDT, and the evening light made it beautiful. Back on the CDT after 10-mile walk into Pinedale, or to the trailhead, to then hitch to Pinedale. Good morning. I am off to do Knapsack Col today. It's an alternate off the CDT, and apparently a really beautiful part of the winds. It's only 10 miles, but apparently takes most of the day. So I've allowed all of today to do it because I know just how slow I am, particularly on rocks. And yeah, apparently he's just bouldering up rocks and scree and down again, up and over the Col, which takes a bit of time, which for me will take a lot of time. So we'll see how that goes today. I am at the junction for Knapsack Col. It is just before 7:30 in the morning. So let's see if I can get back onto the CDT by about 7:30 tonight. I've allowed all day to do this 10 miles. Back at where I've come from. To the top of Knapsack Col. Now to make my way down. Made it back to the CDT, and it is just before 6 p.m. Just eating dinner with the 1 gazillion mosquitoes. I don't know if you can see them, but they're swarming everywhere. This section of the CDT along the Green River was absolutely stunning. it to the top of Gunsight Pass. We have been talking about bears a lot in the last week because we're in grizzly country now. I just saw a grizzly cub. I have no idea where Mama Bear is, but the cub was on trail, caught wind of me and just bolted off into the trees. So that was cool to see, but glad I can't see Mama Bear anywhere. And yeah, a hiker just walked through trail 3-4 minutes before me, so usually that doesn't happen. Like, whoever's first through will scare all the wildlife away. So that was crazy to see, but glad I saw it. Glad Mama Bear wasn't around. Glad I didn't need my bear spray. Good morning. It is a town day today. Camped 2 miles outside, or out from the highway. So just walking to the highway to hitch into Du Bois. I love that name, it's so good. Yeah, that's it. That's all I got. All I got for you. As I walk the final stretch into town and wait for a hitch, let me give you my thoughts about the Wind River Range and the 2 main alternates. Overall, the Wind River Range exceeded my expectations, and even if you just stuck to the official CDT, you are in for a treat. However, the Cirque blew my mind, and 10 out of 10 would recommend for beauty, and it's no more challenging than other parts of the CDT. Knapsack Col, 7 out of 10 would recommend. It was beautiful, but I liked the Cirque slightly more. But 10 out of 10 would recommend if you are after a physical challenge and like a bit of bouldering and scrambling. Either way, the Wind River Range is a hidden gem, and I hope you get a chance to experience them.